What's up, ladies and gentlemen? How's everyone doing? It's Jonathan Mathis. I hope all is well. Thank you, guys. Before I get started, I just want to say, please subscribe to this channel. Give this video a thumbs up. Share this content. That would be great if you guys do. There will be a new NBA champion this year. The Milwaukee Bucks won't repeat as NBA champions. And we talk about it all the time, how hard it is to repeat as champions. It's not easy. Most of your opponents that you face, they will play harder against you because they're doing everything they can to try to beat you. They know you are the defending champions, so they come at you harder. And, you know, Boston, to me, and I even said it throughout the series, that the Boston Celtics were just the more complete team. But the fact that this series went 7 games, you know, was a testament to Giannis's true greatness, because he kept his team in this series. And, you know, in this game 7, he just looked a little exhausted. He looked tired. He looked fatigued. You know, Boston, to me, were favorites in this series for the simple fact that, you know, when you look at Milwaukee Bucks defensive strategy, they like to stuff the middle. They like to clog the paint, you know, and the Boston Celtics can shoot the ball efficiently well. You know, you got guys that were knocking down threes. Jason Tatum, Jaylen Brown, and then today, Grant Williams had the game of his life. Jason Tatum had the game of his life to save the Celtics season. And, you know, in Game 6, Jason Tatum was masterful in Game 6. He had a masterpiece in that game. And, you know, the Celtics, man, there was a lot of talk about Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown not being able to coexist. In January, they didn't have a winning record. They didn't look like a team that would be much of a threat in the East. You know, they looked like a team that would fall in the first round. And at times, they looked like a borderline playoff team, or they looked like a team that wouldn't even, you know, make it to the playoffs. Well, the Boston Celtics have surprised a lot of people. You know, they get this slander that they're an undersized team. Everyone talks about how they have underperformed at times. Well, they peaked at the right time. They showed up. You know, they played their hearts out in this series. They played with a lot of energy. They played with a sense of urgency. You know, the Celtics, they trailed in this game early in Game 7, but they outscored the Bucks a staggering 61-38 in the second half to cruise to victory. You know, Boston used a 54-point advantage, I believe, from behind the arc to improve to 25-9 to in a decisive 7th game. And now the Bucks, man, they are 3-9. They went 4 for 33, 12.1% from the 3-point line. If they had Middleton, would this have been a lot different if Chris Middleton was able to play? Sure. I don't think it would have, you know, made much of a difference for the Milwaukee Bucks. I think either way, the Milwaukee Bucks would have still lost the series. I just think Boston was the more complete team. Now, Giannis, man, he is a bad man. This guy keeps coming at you, even after taking beatings, even after having blood dripping down his face. This guy never quits. He never gives up. He plays hard. He plays to the buzzard sounds. You know, he just brings that intensity. You know, he provides that energy for his team, and he's that source of energy. But, you know, he missed some shots that he possibly should have made, and even if he would have made them, I don't think it would have made much of a difference. But, I mean, he was the only one really carrying the load offensively, and there was not enough production from everybody else. Drew Holiday struggled from beyond the arc, couldn't get shots to fall. You know, Bobby Portis, he didn't really show up. You know, Giannis finished the game with 25 points, 20 rebounds, and 9 assists. But again, he was just 3 of 11 in the paint in the second half, including 1 for 6 in the fourth quarter. And your best player can't go 1 for 6 in the fourth quarter. You're not going to have much luck, especially when you're getting a solid effort from the Boston Celtics supporting cast. Everyone was knocking down threes. Pitchard, I always pronounce his name wrong, excuse me. He was knocking down some threes for the Celtics. You know, everyone was contributing for the Celtics. You know, and Drew Holiday did finish with a quiet 21 points and 8 assists. But still, I mean, it wasn't enough. Williams, though, for the Celtics, he finished 7 for 18 from beyond the arc, and he was just on fire. I mean, all his shots were dropping in. You know, you even saw an image of him in the Milwaukee Bucks huddle, listening to their strategy as they were, you know, talking things over as a team, and he was sticking his head in the huddle to hear whatever they were talking about. So now the Milwaukee Bucks are eliminated from the playoffs. Their season has come to an end after a final score of 109-81 on Sunday in the Eastern Conference semifinals. It just didn't go their way. Jason Tatum had 23 points. You know, he didn't have a 46-piece or a 40-plus piece. But it was enough to get the win, you know. So now they're moving on. They advance to the next round. They will take on the Miami Heat in the Eastern Conference Finals, which will be a very exciting series. You know, Tatum had some uncharacteristic turnovers in the first half. You know, but, I mean, these players are human. They're going to make mistakes. They're going to have some missteps. But the Celtics, they are moving on to the next round. It was a great win for the Boston Celtics. They will face the top-seeded Miami Heat beginning Tuesday in a rematch of the 2020 Eastern Conference Finals. The Heat beat the Celtics the last time they played in 6 games in that series in the Walt Disney World bubble. We all remember that. You know, and, I mean, the Celtics, man, they just look like a well-balanced team. You know, they outscored the Bucks. They outplayed the Bucks. They out-hustled the Bucks. You know, the Bucks really never had a chance in this game. You know, and Boston was able to get almost any shot they wanted in this game. It was a collective effort by Boston players. Well done. Great victory. Congratulations to the Boston Celtics. And this is coming from a Laker fan. But now I'm about to get ready to tune in to the 5 o'clock game. The Phoenix Suns and the Dallas Mavericks, baby. I'll see you guys later. You guys have a good one. Take care, okay? Peace.